So Bitcoin has gotten a little bit of a dump here. Right now we're kind of hovering around the point of control of this range. And the only trade I'm in at the moment is a short from up here. This was a trade off the 786 retracement. We did come a little bit above it, but still this was a level that I gave in advance that I talked about in one of my previous videos a few days ago. And recently the 786 has been being respected, so that may be something I'm interested in if we see divergences as we hit off that 786. And I also went into more detail about how I entered that short in my last video if you want to know more about that. But that is the only trade I'm in at the moment. But another trade setup that I gave that ended up playing out pretty nicely actually was this AVAX trade. You can see we actually came up and hit off this first box of resistance. We got a rejection from this NDPOC, which was also a level that I gave in advance. I made this video 5 days ago. So if you were one of the 28 people that viewed this and you happened to mark out that NDPOC right below that golden pocket, then you may have gotten a good trade there. I didn't end up taking this because I was waiting for that golden pocket. I wanted a little bit higher, and we just never ended up getting it. We started dumping. We never got a golden pocket retracement, so I just ended up missing that one. But still, pretty good call. That NDPOC gave us a nice 12% move so far. So congratulations if you took that trade. So as for Bitcoin, I know some people are getting a bit more bearish now. We have been getting some very bearish signs on Market Cipher on some of these high time frames, and so far we've gotten a little bit of a move to the downside. The 12 hours starting to look a little bit more bearish. For the first time we're seeing the money flow trend to the downside. The 4 hour just looks extremely bearish. The money flow is looking, it actually just crossed into the red there. The momentum waves are making lower lows. So there is a real possibility that we end up getting a retracement here. And there are a few support levels that I am keeping my eye on. So very locally, we do have this CDW, this wick that I was watching. We did front run it here a little bit. But I may be looking for a little long scalp. If we CDW that, we do have potential for some 12-minute bull divs here. I would like to see this money flow start to turn to the upside as well. But yeah, that's just a little scalp idea I have, not a major support level. But these lows down below the value area low of the range do interest me a little bit more. This 0.5 fib is also coming in right around these lows. And if we see some sort of a SFP of these lows at the, basically the low of the range outside the value area low, we may expect a move back into the range. Maybe we can look to make a lower high somewhere before making more downside. That is a possibility. And there are quite a few wicks down below this value area low that we could potentially CDW. So I will be watching those. And then the level that I've been talking about for a while now, actually for about 11 days, I think this is the first time I mentioned this level right here, this golden pocket confluence with this little consolidation range highs. And also we had previous support and resistance on this level before. I'm liking this level for potentially a higher low. Get a little bounce off of that golden pocket from this wick. Also sort of retest the highs of this little consolidation range we had here. And if we do see some sort of scenario like this where we SFP those lows, make a lower high somewhere, and then get a move down into that area, we definitely got the potential for some 4-hour bear divs here. And maybe we could see this money flow come down into the red and then start trending upwards. So I would be looking for bullish signs on Market Cipher essentially as we retest this level. But if we lose that, I would probably be looking towards the lows of this little consolidation range. This is also some pretty key support resistance. If you pull a box back here, you can see price has respected this level many times, so I would probably be looking for potentially SFPs of those lows. That would also interest me. And we do have this CME gap down at 19,550-ish. But I have been saying that if we, end up getting a move down towards the CME gap, I would really like to see us come down towards this golden pocket here. This is just such a key area, in my opinion, key support resistance retest here with the lows of the previous range, the highs of this little deviation of this range, and the golden pocket. I think this is a very key level. So if we're going to fill that CME gap, I would really like to see us come down a bit lower. And yeah, these are pretty much the support levels I've been talking about for the past week or so. Not much has changed. We have made, slightly higher highs up here, so some of the fib levels moved up a little bit, but other than that, I'm still pretty much looking at the same support levels here, and I may potentially be looking to hold this short that I'm in for a while, potentially for a 20% or so move here. It started out as a scalp or day trade, if you want to say. I took a very small risk with this, but I may be able to hold it into a swing trade. And I would definitely be looking at some of these support levels for a potential higher low. I think that, there is still potential for these high time frames to continue with their bullishness. This daily money flow is still very thick. The weekly money flow still has yet to cross into the green. So, we could potentially look for a higher low here and then maybe a higher high. But for right now, it's seeming like a retracement is the most likely scenario. All right, well, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.